Welcome to the AIP channel where anything is possible, where we'll talk about anything and everything your heart's desire. And we're broadcasting on the Troubled Minds Radio Network, KUAP, Digital Broadcasting, Spotify, Apple, and all where you get all your other favorite podcasts. So please enjoy. Tonight we're going to talk about Bonny. She was an Irish American pirate. And Disney's talking about doing Pirates of the Caribbean uh, 6. And instead of having Captain Jack Sparrow, we're going to have a story with her as the lead. She was a real pirate, possibly born in 1698 ish. I'm not exactly sure. And died around 1782. Says she was an Irish American pirate during the 18th century. Kind of enshrined her as a legend. You know, there was very few women pirates. They didn't want boys or women on the ship. But she kind of did a path and beat on her own drum, I guess you'd say. She did her own thing. She didn't care. Her mom died at 13 from typhoid. Her father betrothed her to a local man, but Anne wasn't having none of that. So instead, she married a sailor named John Bonny. She traveled to the Bahamas with, and she got involved with the Calico Jack, John Rackham, who's a pirate. He actually tried to pay her husband to divorce her, and he wouldn't do it. But she still left him and went to be with John, and started going along with his pirateering and travels. Just doing a little research on it. I hadn't heard of her before. There's not a lot out. There's not a lot of stories about her. They say most of the stuff, the information they get from her, is from a book, a general history of the robberies and murders of the most notorious pirates. It came out in 1724. It could have been, which was written by Captain Charles Johnson, who was possibly could have been a pseudonym of English writer Daniel Defoe, but it's very speculative if that was true or not. She was very all their exploits and stuff. They were aboard the William had not gone unnoticed, so they sent a privateer, Captain Jonathan Barnett. I'm sorry. And in 1720, Barnett caught up with the William, which is the name of the ship, in Jamaica, and Bonny and Reed actually was fighting, and the rest of the crew was too drunk and hiding. So they were too ready, didn't do crap. So the crew was captured, and they were brought up for trial. Of course, all the male crew members were found guilty and hung. Bonny and Reed actually was tried, but and found guilty, of course, but she was actually pregnant, so they let them the stay of execution. Reed actually died in prison the next year, but Bonny was released. Probably because of her father's influence. She returned to Charlestown, where she married, had children, and lived out the remainder of her life. So she got to live amazing, crazy life. And then once it almost killed her, she got to go have a common, normal life. It's pretty wild. to think about it, and all the pirating and everything that she because it was pretty wild. She would actually dress up as a man as they fought. That way, it. I guess so it wouldn't look crazy. I guess though she wouldn't. But she didn't actually conceal her gender from her shipmates, though. But only during actually the pillaging. There's stories that she actually somebody tried to rape her once, and she beat him half to death and hospitalized him. I guess he didn't do that anymore. Just looking, like I said, there's not a lot on it. You look through a little bit here and there. I've looked through a few through sites and stuff like that. I said there was not a whole lot on there. Like I said it's still pretty amazing that they, as I was saying about um, Reed, which was actually her name, Mary Reed. She was another lady pirate that actually got wound up on the ship. Some of there were some of the stories that possibly they kind of kept it a secret. They found out each other they were both female, and they found out, so they kind of kept it a secret. Bonnie was known for her striking red hair and green eyes. She had a violent temper, which she was a redhead. It's just part of a redheaded female. It's just part of their nature. Yeah, it is what it is. It is pretty amazing. The two females actually fought while all the males you know, was in fear and too drunk to even fight. But if you're actually watching this on YouTube and not just listen to the story, if you check it out, I'm gonna have pictures that I found just uh, of Anne Bonny and then some of Mary Reed. So it'll be something to take a gander at. So if you're listening to on the Troubled Minds Network, but you want to check it out, check out the YouTube channel, the AIP Anything Is Possible YouTube channel, and you'll see the video. Like I said, there'll be lots of pictures and stuff like that. They just said like they were trying to uh, keep the stories of Anne Bonny down because they didn't want other women to get in the idea and try and do wild, crazy stuff like she did. Of course, in the 20th and 21st century, she's gained a kind of new life of popularity. But as I was saying earlier, there's not much. There's not much out there about Bonny. She's actually featured in some films, Anne of the Indies, Through the Eyes of Men, and Bonny was also portrayed in video games Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, and Black Sails on TV. So, of course, she made appearances in songs and novels and manga. There's actually a statue in November 2020 immortalized at the Berg Island in the United Kingdom. From there, they can keep an eye on the waters from where they found glory. And so that's pretty cool to see that. Like I said, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to look at some more, even trying to find more information as I found, quite a bit. I mean, for what I could, but like I said, I see something new as always. Like I hadn't heard about it. I do a little research and I'll bring it back to y'all. So, um, again, if you're still listening at this point, I appreciate it and appreciate y'all. And as always, and hopefully, I'll be able to start doing. I got a few ideas on some more podcasts coming up. So, I want to start get back. My goal is get back doing like 2 a week again. So, instead of one every couple of weeks. So, or even one a week. I'd like to try to get me 2 in. So we'll see how it goes. As always, I appreciate y'all listening. Share and like and do all that good stuff. And y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day or night or whenever you're listening to this. And always, y'all just keep on keeping on, and peace and chicken grease. Thank y'all.